Hey everyone! So what I have for you guys today is I have a 6-month update on my 2017 Volvo S60. My car is a T5 all-wheel drive dynamic. It's finished off in the osmium gray exterior with the 19-inch Porsche alloy wheels along with a black leather interior. So I just wanted to go over the things that I've learned about the car in the last 6 months, what I like, what I dislike, but so far I've been very happy with the car and I definitely do not regret my decision. So one of my favorite things about the car is going to be the color on the outside. I love the osmium gray. I'm really glad I made this choice. I was considering black, but I really didn't want to clean a black car. So big fan of it, especially having a silver car beforehand that was super easy to clean. This is as well. Additionally, I love the wheels on this car. I think they do so much that they add to this car. They really make the appearance of it. Just adds a little bit of a sportier stance to the car, in my opinion, than the standard S60 wheels. Additionally, up front you have your bi-xenon headlights. I love these. These are going to be active bending, so they'll turn with you at night as you turn the steering wheel. They also have automatic high beams too, which have been very handy in low light situations on darker roads, things like that. And then this little bar here in my front grille, that is the radar sensor for my adaptive cruise control, which I also love. That has been really nice to have, especially on longer road trips. I did a road trip to Pennsylvania and a road trip to Connecticut. Having the adaptive cruise was a breeze because the car would slow down, speed up just as needed, and keep pace with traffic. So I'm a really big fan of that. And as you guys might have seen in my last video, I do have the temporary Swedish plates on the car. We actually got these off of a car that my dad purchased in Sweden at the factory, and I kept them to put them on my own Volvo. But in my opinion, this car, the design is getting a little bit older. This car's been out since 2011 and is due to be redone for 2019. But I think in terms of the exterior styling, it still looks very modern. So I'll hop on inside. So here we have the black leather interior with the white stitching. I absolutely adore the seats in this car as well. Super comfortable, very supportive, and I love the bolsters on the sides of the seats. Not that I fly around corners in the car, but it really holds you in. It almost feels like someone's giving you a little hug while you're sitting in the seat as well. Power seats as well, and then I do have the sport pedals down there, adding to the whole sport package mantra, I guess, with this vehicle. So we'll hop on in. We'll do a mileage check. As you can see, this car has 8,191 miles. I picked it up with about 106 miles on it. And I'm averaging about 28 miles per gallon, which is really good for an all-wheel drive car that weighs about 3,700 pounds or so. And just start it up. Just put my finger on the start-stop button, and that starts it right up. So what I have under the hood is one of Volvo's Drive E engines, 2-liter 4-cylinder. It is turbocharged, has 240 horsepower, and I also have the Polestar tune added to the car, so it has, rather than 258 pound-feet of torque, 295 pound-feet of torque. So I'm really happy with that I added the Polestar tune. It added a lot more low-end torque and also smoothed out the power delivery, which I think were two things that this car was lacking coming from a V6 Honda previously. It just didn't feel quite as quick as before, but it definitely does now. Car also does have paddle shifters. I'm a really big fan of those. And then here's your adaptive cruise control switches here too. Down here you have your controls for your infotainment. And I would say this is the one area where the S60 is lacking. This center display is a little bit dated. It works very well, don't get me wrong, but it's lacking Apple CarPlay. It's also not a touchscreen like the newer SPA cars, like the XC90, the V90, the XC60, things like that. However, it's very easy to use. I can just tap each button, bring me to the radio, bring me to media, bring me to telephone, all right there. It's very easy to use. I also do have my controls down here as well for my lane departure warning and lane keep assist. I also have controls for shutting off and on my engine, or the start-stop function, I should say. This is actually one of my dislikes here. I like to turn this off because it's not very refined when the car comes on and off at stoplights. So as you lift your foot off the brake and put it back onto the gas as you're about to go forward, the car kind of shudders a bit and jerks forward. I've noticed it's a lot smoother of a system in the newer Volvos, but it's a bit of an older platform, so I've noticed it's not the most refined. But those are really my only two gripes with the vehicle at this point. The start-stop system, and then the fact that the infotainment is a little bit older. And again, that's just because the vehicle is showing its age a little bit. It still looks very nice as well. It drives fantastically too. One thing I am thinking about down the road is, so this car is a 3-year lease, and I'm thinking at the end of it, I'll probably upgrade to either an S60 or a V60. Either potentially lease a new one or buy a certified pre-owned model of this generation, but I want the more powerful engine. The T6 R design would be my goal. Not that I necessarily need the extra power. I'm very satisfied with the T5 with the Polestar tune here. I just want the extra power, simply put. That's where it comes in. But I'll shut that off. I'll bring you guys around the back as well. I don't know if I showed you guys this the last time I did a video. I do have the Prancing Moose stickers as well. Also, I'm a very big fan of the rear lip spoiler. I think that was a must-have on this car. Just adds to the whole sporty appearance. Again, T5 all-wheel drive, and then I love the blue Polestar badge. It's almost like a little badge of honor there, but at the same time, it really does add a lot to the performance and also to the just power delivery in this car. So overall, I'm very happy with it. The first 6 months with this car have been great. It was excellent in the winter. I did run a set of snow tires on it and smaller steel wheels and hubcaps. They weren't, admittedly, they were not the prettiest at all, but I was very comfortable driving this through the snow. Definitely more comfortable than I ever was in the Honda. And it was really nice having that all-wheel drive grip in the snow. And it wasn't necessarily, this is a front-wheel drive bias system. However, this car, I have not experienced any torque steer like I've experienced in some of the older Volvos with the Haldex all-wheel drive systems, and I can definitely feel when the power is routed to the rear wheels, especially if you're going around a corner at a quick speed. I can feel that power being routed there. So even though this car, like I've said multiple times, it is an older design, I've been very happy with it, and I'm looking very forward to the next 2.5 years with it. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Give me a comment, send me a message. Also like the video, but thanks so much for watching.